Welcome, Canby, to the Canby City Council regular meeting, August 15th, 2012. All raised for the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stay standing for a moment of silence for our military personnel worldwide. Thank you. Do we have any communications tonight?
None for me.
Okay.
None there.
Okay, we have citizen input and community announcements. If there's anybody that'd like to come forward at this time and talk about something that's not on our agenda tonight, please come forward. Seeing none, we'll go to mayor's business. Let's see, Thursday, August 2nd, Councilor Hudson and I attended the C4 meeting in Clackamas at the Clackamas County. On Tuesday, August 7th, we had the 4th Avenue dedication of the street and the sidewalks in front of the Clackamas County Event Center, the Clackamas Fair, and we had the chamber lunch. And let's see, I was also judging the window decorating contest for the chamber, and that was very good. There was good entries on that. Yesterday, I was in the Kiwanis Kids Parade with my wife and grandkids, and then we stayed to do the opening ceremonies at the fairgrounds to get the 106th Clackamas County Fair going and the 55th Canby Rodeo going. So it was great. And coming up in the next couple weeks, we've got the Canby's Big Weekend on August 25th. So I want everybody to come out and enjoy all the things. We've got the Dahlia Festival, we've got the car cruise in, probably about 400 cars or so, and the Chamber will be serving some breakfast, and the Rotary will be serving some lunch there for all the people that are coming to enjoy the car show. And also, the big thing I think is that I was down last Saturday talking with Jesse as they were paving the Grant Street intersection to make sure that it was going to be ready on Monday for the fair, so we have the extra routes through town so that we could get more people into town. So thanks a lot for staff and also really for Canby Excavating to do such a good job of working on Saturday and everything to make it work. So thanks a lot, everybody. Okay. Rich?
Monday or Tuesday, might have been Tuesday, I did have the pleasure of driving through the intersection of Grant and First Avenue and looked down. Obviously, they were excavating to the east, but looked down to the west. And you can see where things are taking shape, and it's just going to be a phenomenal improvement to our community. Definitely. I don't have any liaison reports for this meeting, but the Canby Rotary Club is working as ticket takers at the fair this year. We're covering the red and blue gates for most of the fair hours. My shift yesterday was 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. I don't get up that early anymore. That was a real challenge. But tomorrow, for anybody who wants to come by and see me, I'll be at the blue gate from 8 a.m. till noon. And as the mayor said, Canby Rotary will be doing burgers and brats at the Cruise Inn a week from Saturday. And so come down and have a really tasty burger or brat and enjoy the Cruise Inn and everything else going on in town.
Mr. Mayor, a couple of things. Planning Commission, last meeting was canceled, but did have a conversation with Chairman Ewert, and he wants to revisit some things with some of his commissioners, and one of those is working with Brian and hopefully through Greg to discuss some 99E things, and so that they're going to take with a couple of new commissioners want to talk that over. C4, as you mentioned, had a follow-up visit with Commissioner Savas and wanted to get some clarification on the Arndt Road corridor, and so it sounds like that's a very serious piece that the county is looking at doing from a perspective of Canby having the most employment land in the county right now, and so there are several of the commissioners that are pretty serious about making that a viable project in the near future, more so than I think has been on the radar before. So pretty excited about that. And I'm sure Walt will bring this up, but I wanted to thank Kat for the fair shuttle. Took in the rodeo last night and waited around for the shuttle because my kids were very, very excited about riding the shuttle. since we didn't do any rides after the rodeo, but so they got to ride the cat bus and they enjoyed it. So, and then I'm going to tip Tim's hat because I'm not wearing one, and thank the rodeo for a great evening last night. If you've not been to the rodeo, check it out. I've been. This is my third year. City Slicker goes country, and yeah, it was a blast. They do a great job, and it was a great event, and I think it's one of those one of the many jewels of Canby, and so yeah, taking the fair. That's all I've got, Mayor.
Okay, no really liaison reports, but the CAT is running a shuttle to the fair, and the schedule was in the Canby Herald, or else you can call CAT if you want to know how often it runs. The other one I'd like to again keep promoting is our e-newsletter. This is an opportunity for you to find out things in Canby that you will not find in the Canby Herald, such as articles about the police department, and we had a ribbon cutting for the Clackamas County Event Center, and road improvements, and information on what the public swims are at the center. And also, if you're interested in it, no, this is free. All you need to do is to go on your computer and type in Ryan, R-Y-A-N-S, at ci.canby.or.us and subscribe free of charge. Really appreciate Sue from getting this out, some good information, and there's 2 pages to it. I just brought the one, so real good information, and so that includes my report.
Great.
Liaison report for me on the Main Street, as long as Walt's talking about newsletters, that the Canby Main Street program does have a Facebook page, so like it and find out what's going on with that. Ditto on some of the other things with the other councilors. I was walking up and down the new 4th Street, 3rd Street, 4th Street sidewalks up and down the near the fairgrounds and was just thrilled. It's kind of geeky to be excited about sidewalks, but when I first moved here, I think I've told the story several times of trying to ride the bicycle down to the fairgrounds from my house, and what a challenge that was. I went to an expert this year, the high school kid who spent 3 years working in the parking lot and at the same location, and I said, "What's the traffic like?" And he said, "I've never seen it this smooth. I don't know why," he said. So cities do a lot of things, mostly unnoticed. When they are, it usually looks like we're screwing up, and this time I think we did something that
Definitely
really helped the quality of life around here. So thanks to our staff for guiding it, the contractors for doing it on time and on budget, despite some VW-sized boulders that they ran across, for Cub for helping with their part of it, and especially for the adjacent businesses who were very accommodating and tolerant of our being in the way of their doing business.
Mr. Mayor, along with others, attended the ribbon cutting for 4th Avenue and the Chamber of Commerce lunch at the fairgrounds and Chamber of Commerce morning show hosted by our own Hope Village Assisted Care Center. Quite an interesting tour to see all that the folks have going on out there. On the Canby utility front, the 13th Avenue, South 13th Avenue Old Reservoir will begin its seismic retrofit towards the end of the month. The pre-construction meeting is next week. So I'm getting my geek excited about seeing lots of hydraulics in action out there.
Even more so as an engineer, you've got double.
And I can ride my bike to it. It's going to be great. And just echo Councilor Parker and Hodson's comments about the fair. Canby, come on down to the fair. It's right in our backyard. It's a great show. Wonderful rodeo. A large number of world champions riding in the rodeo this year. In fact, tonight is the biggest night for champions to appear, and it is Are You Tough Enough to Wear Pink night, hence the pink. So it's a great, great thing, and come down and see. It's amazing how, since I've been a child, I've been dodging cars in front of the fairgrounds, and now it is safe, it's great, it's smooth, and I'll see Rich in the morning.
Yeah.
Can I add one thing?
Go ahead.
You mentioned Tough Enough to Wear Pink. Is tomorrow night Tough Enough to Wear Pink? Because I'm going tomorrow night to Red.
I think you can wear pink anytime.
Anytime.
Everybody will know.
All right. One other thing on my ticket taking. I did have 2 people specifically come in through the gates to, vendors or whoever they were, setting up something early in the morning between 6 and 8 yesterday morning. And 2 of them said, I don't believe this is the same street. I wasn't sure I was at the right gate
Right.
because of the improvements, and I thought, man, what validation of improving the infrastructure. And also, I neglected to mention, I did have contact from my liaison contact at the Adult Center last week, and with the cutbacks that CAT has faced because of finances, it's creating some issues for some of our seniors that are mobile only through CAT, and having the 24-hour notice to get picked up if they have a more urgent doctor appointment or something. That's creating some issues. So I have referred them to you and to Julie to talk about that. I don't know if they've done that. We can talk about that later, but I've referred them to Greg and Julie to talk about what the issues are and maybe see if there's some things they might be able to do.
Great. Counselor Hensley is not with us tonight. She had other commitments, so she sends her regrets, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. Great. So with that, we'll go to the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I move we pass the consent agenda, adopt the minutes of the August 1st, 2012 City Council regular meeting, and a change of ownership for liquor license applications for the Thai Corner Cuisine. This is up in the, where the Hot Chicks used to be.
Right.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved by Counselor Daniels, seconded by Counselor Hodgson, to adopt the minutes of the August 1st, 2012 City Council regular meeting and change of ownership liquor license application for Thai Corner Cuisine. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes 5-0.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Point of
Sure.
order. I think we skipped over agenda item number 3. Citizen input and community.
No, I did that.
concerns.
He did.
I did, yeah. It was very quick, sorry.
I see
With the
3
audience.
citizens in the room, and I assume they came wanting to say something with this huge turnout of people tonight.
You just want them to come on up and be part of this, right?
Well, I don't want us to set a record of, the shortest meeting like this one tonight. I do.
Okay, the public hearing that was scheduled for night DR 1203 TA 1201 Fred Meyer Fuel Station has been moved to, is this the correct date, 10/17, 2012, for the city council meeting at that time. So if you're thinking about coming for that one, it'll be moved to 10/17, 2012.
Do we need an explanation on that, Mr. Mayor, that it had previously been scheduled as?
I guess, Greg?
It was formally noticed for this night, but then because of the planning commission's decision to bump our meeting.
Had to move everything out, okay.
So not a substantive issue, but a procedural one?
Right. We
Thank
have
you.
to put it on this agenda.
Okay, resolutions and ordinances?
The first item we have is Resolution 1140. This is authorizing the city recorder to take the paperwork to Clackamas County elections for the .79 acre annexation.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I would move approval of resolution number 1140, a resolution authorizing and directing the city recorder to certify to the Clackamas County clerk a measure referring to the electorate, a proposed annexation of 0.79 acres described as tax lots 1100 and 1101 of tax map 4S1E4D located adjacent to the west side of the 1600 block of South Ivy Street in Canby. Authorizing the city recorder to send an explanatory statement for the voters' pamphlet and doing all other necessary acts to place the matter before the voters of the city of Canby for the November 6th, 2012 election.
I'll do the simple part. I'll second that.
It's been moved by Councilor Ayers, seconded by Councilor Parker, to adopt resolution number 1140, a resolution authorizing and directing the city recorder to certify to the Clackamas County clerk a measure referring to the electorate a proposed annexation of .079 acres described as tax lots 1100 and 1101 of tax map 4S-1E-4D located adjacent to the west side of the 1600 block of South Ivy Street in Canby. Authorizing the city recorder to send an explanatory statement for the voters' pamphlet and doing all other necessary acts to place the matter before the voters of the city of Canby for the November 6, 2012 election. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes 5-0.
The next item we have is before you for second reading is ordinance 1363, and this is authorizing an amended contract with Kin Technology, Inc. to continue to provide computer technical services for the city of Canby.
Mr. Mayor, I move we pass ordinance 1363 authorizing amended contract with Kin Technology Incorporated to continue to provide computer technology services for the city of Canby and come up with part of the laws on second reading tonight with a roll call vote.
Second.
Second.
Been moved by Counselor Daniel, seconded by Counselor Ayers to adopt ordinance number 1363, an ordinance authorizing the city of Canby to enter into an amended contract with Kin Technology Incorporated to continue to provide computer technical services for the city and declaring an emergency on second reading. Roll call.
Counselor Ayers?
Yes.
Counselor Hudson?
Yes.
Counselor Daniels?
Yes.
Counselor Parker?
Yes.
Counselor Dale?
Yes.
Great, passes 5-0. Okay, moving right along. Is there any new business from the council? Any new business?
I do have some. I knew this was going to be a short meeting, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to give a presentation on the intricacies of the sewer treatment plant and the inner workings of. Maybe not. I wanted to, this is about the sewer treatment plant. It's an email I received yesterday, and I just wanted to go over this just for a second with the council and kind of show you what the employees are doing down there. I'm real proud of the fact that they're really taking control of their area of the city. And if you look at some of the things, what this is, they're doing some conservation programs. And one of the things they're looking at is doing different functions to save water and electricity. They actually went to some classes, get new training, etc. And I want to read one of these. I want to read one of these paragraphs. It's the second one down, and the one that starts. As you can see on the spreadsheet, the water usage was almost an instant savings. The usage will be dependent upon the time of year, so it seems to make more sense comparing to the same month 1 year ago rather than month to month. Although it does not show it right now, we would expect higher water usage in the summer due to the use of carrier water for the polymer when in use, summer watering of the office building yard, and weekly cleaning of the effluent filter when in use. Just for fun, we will continue to track the water usage for a period of time to compare our future efforts. So my point being here, the sewer treatment plant is not just you flip a switch and it works. It takes constant monitoring. These guys know what they're doing. They look for different ways and different processes to make sure that it's being done right, and try to do it efficiently. And in the next paragraph, there's a part in there that says, we really didn't know what kind of savings to expect since we already had been on a mission to turn lights off after we left a room. Mostly Bob staying on us to turn them off. I thought that was funny because they actually get on each other for leaving lights on down there now. They've gotten to the point where they are really trying to save some funds. And then on the second page, the top paragraph that says they're looking at electric savings says one example would be a reduction in the amount of dissolved oxygen we carry in the aeration basin during the winter months, and another could possibly be equipment upgrade. In other words, they're looking at different ways to save money down there, and I've shown on there they have talked about a savings, and I'm real proud of the guys for they're not just down there, they're really proud of the fact that they have been able to do this, save money, and do their job. So I just wanted to let the council know and the public know that.
Great. Thanks, Rick. It's definitely nice to be able to talk about the good employees that we have in the city.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
So with our board chair of the Canby Utility Board in attendance tonight, then he can take back that they need to maybe make some adjustments to their budget. Their revenue might not be as high for Yes.
We're working on it.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, two things. One, I think Councilor Dale, I know, has spent some time with the crew down there, and perhaps could talk about his experiences there. I'd just like to say, I think it might be appropriate sometime for us as a council to take a tour of the facility, formally meet and thank these folks, because as I often say, the absence of bad things happening takes a lot of work, and this system works, and we'd know if it didn't. So,
Well, but that brings to mind, and I was going to bring this up, and then you brought this letter, but now I'm sure is not the time, but at the appropriate time, whether it be in a work session, executive session, or other, I'd like to get an update on where we are on the sludge digester issue down there. And I know it's a litigation issue, and so I don't know if it'll be an executive session or not, but regardless, I'd like an update on where we are and what's transpiring on that.
That's a good idea. In fact, I can plan that for the next council meeting if that's okay.
Okay.
First one in September.
We'll try not to make the tour this week, as warm as it is, all right?
Well, I know they'd be proud to, and that, I thank you for suggestion, because I know they would be happy to.
Yeah. And I've been down a couple times too with Dave and walked through the plant and taken a look at it myself. So yeah, they're willing to, on a one-on-one basis, if you basically drive down there during the day, they'll probably take a few minutes if they're there, if they're not really busy, to walk you around and show you what's going on too. So, but we could also do a full tour if they want to, if they do that.
Appropriate to thank them.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. Good. Thanks, Greg. Do you have any other staff reports, Greg?
No.
Okay. Okay, we're back to citizen input, second time around. If there's anybody now that would like to come up and visit with us. Okay, same as before. Action review.
You've approved a change of ownership liquor license application for Thai Corner Cuisine. You've adopted Resolution 1140 and Ordinance 1363.
And I believe there's no executive session?
No executive session.
Correct. Motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Counselor Hodson, seconded by Counselor Dale to adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, Canby.
How about
That
opposed?
sets the record.
I didn't get a chance to vote.
That's right, you didn't vote, I heard you.
It's too early.
He's trying to set a record here.